Many Americans tell me they're just sick and tired of the nonsense. The constant toxicity has put them on the edge all the time. They would like to wake up in the morning somewhere that feels peaceful again. If you're feeling this, I made this video for you. Luckily, I left the US 18 years ago and I've been everywhere already. So I can share 4 peaceful places for you to escape right now, hassle-free. If you're feeling anxious right now, you need the easy way out. No visas, no stupid questions, no bank statements, no embassy interviews, and no waiting to see if you're accepted. Just buy a ticket and fly. I'll not share anywhere I have not been personally, and I will show you the video I took while I was there as I describe each place. All of these choices are peaceful, beautiful, and most importantly, extremely affordable. And I will save my favorite escape idea for last. It will blow your mind. Okay, let's do this. The Philippines. The Philippines has the most beautiful water and scenery in the world. Americans and many other countries can simply buy a ticket and fly to the Philippines without a tourist visa. If you decide to stay longer, it is super easy to apply for monthly extensions. For over a decade, thousands of Americans and others have been getting these extensions for up to 36 consecutive months. Then if they want to stay longer, they just take a short vacation to a nearby country and then fly right back for another 36 months. Here's the good news. These extensions require no bank statements, no copies of personal documents, and no requirement to prove how much money or pension you have coming in per month. You just buy a ticket, pack, and go to the airport. The Philippines are so amazing, the hard part will be picking where to start. But I'll provide you with free videos we took while our feet were on the ground in our favorite 23 different islands to live in the Philippines. I will give you my Philippines video playlist at the end of this video. But if you just want to buy a ticket and fly without another thought, I would recommend Dumaguete, 𝗏𝗏, Boracay, or Baguio, depending on whether you are a beach lover or prefer a cooler mountain life, and then depending on your budget. The locals in the Philippines are some of the nicest people we've ever met anywhere in the world, and they speak English, which will make it much easier for you to start your new life here. Also, Filipinos love Americans, and age gap relationships are just a way of life here. There are Americans living in the provinces for well under $1,000 per month, or you can live in luxury infrastructure cities like BGC for $2,000 or more per month. There are hippie surfing communities, amazing floral coral reefs, and scuba and snorkeling islands with low cost of living, or an extremely extravagant life for half the cost of expensive countries in the West. We've interviewed expats living all over the Philippines who share ways of living that are as different as the people telling their stories. You just buy a ticket and go. It is hassle-free, peaceful life waiting for you. Can I give you a word of caution though? In almost 19 years living overseas in 73 countries, I have never once lost access to my money. Now, I have no advice for you, but I will share with you for free how I set things up to never lose access to my money overseas. Just grab a free copy of my ebook so you will know how I set things up in my home country before leaving. What if you were thinking about Europe instead of Asia? The next place really surprised us. What if I told you there was a European country sandwiched between Greece and Italy on the most beautiful turquoise water in Europe that you could live in for a fraction of the cost of America? What if I said you could just buy a ticket and fly without a visa? I am American. When I arrived here in Albania, they asked to see my passport. They scanned my passport, smiled, and gave me 1 year visa-free entry. No applications, no visa, no bank statements, no income proof, no waiting to see if I was approved, not even a photograph. Just 1 year visa-free entry. They give Americans 1 year with a smile. I recommend spending your first few weeks or months in Tirana, the capital, and then head south along the coast to check out one of the most stunning coastlines in the world. In Albania, we interviewed Americans living there ranging from well under $1,000 per month cost of living to just over $2,000 per month. The food is fresh and delicious, and the daily life is surprisingly fun and safe there. And the amazing thing, you are just a short ferry ride away from Greece and Italy. So if you want to explore Europe, you don't have to fly home when your Schengen visa expires. You just come back to Albania for 90 days and reset the Schengen period and then head back into Europe. You just come to Albania for 90 days to reset the Schengen period and then head back into Western Europe. Plus, after visiting Europe for 90 days, you get another visa-free year when you come back to Albania. Still no paperwork or stupid questions. And the truth is, we enjoyed Albania so much, and it was so much cheaper than Italy or Greece, we would rather be based in Albania anyway. Next up, there's one other country in the world that gives a 1-year visa-free entry. And Americans are not the only passport holders who get that 1-year visa-free entry. This next country is Georgia, the country of Georgia, not the state. There's no monthly income requirements, no application, no waiting for approval. You just buy a flight and go. You just arrive in Georgia and they stamp your passport for 365 days if you're an American or one of the other countries on the list. We were amazed at how beautiful walking through the streets of Tbilisi, Georgia was, the capital. There was great food and nightlife. There are these gorgeous old mansions that are being restored, and the city has a unique old world charm. The people are friendly, well educated, and the cost of living from the Americans we met there range from about $1,200 per month to $2,000 per month. Local families have been making wine in Georgia for centuries, and they are eager to have you taste their family's homemade wine. There's natural hot water that emerges from below the city that's used to create beautiful hot baths that people have used on a daily basis for hundreds of years. Georgia is very safe and has some of the most stunning scenery in the world. Mountains, lakes, wine country, farm country, and beautiful cities with tree-lined streets. And the most amazing thing of all, to get another 1-year visa-free, hassle-free, just leave the country for a day, come right back, and get a new 1-year stamp. We went to the country next door called Armenia, and they stamped me for 180 days visa-free. You can enjoy Armenia if you like, or just head right back into Georgia for your next 365 days. Are you ready for my last, final, and favorite destination and way of living? What if I told you there was a way to live the next 14 years overseas without ever applying for a visa? That is what I've been doing since I left the United States. I call it slow travel. You can slowly travel forward through the world with one-way tickets, staying in each country for only the amount of time they give you for free on entry. Now and then, I'll apply for extensions in places like the Philippines, where there is no paperwork, no bank statements, no proof of income, no waiting for approval. Complete details on that in a second. But first, don't forget to come to Vagabond Buddha and get my free copy of my ebook, How I Fired My Boss and Traveled the World for 18 years and How I Pay for Life. That's the ebook that'll teach you how I set things up before leaving so I maintain access to my money. Or just scan the QR code on screen now to get your free copy. The book is free. Okay, click on the Philippines playlist in the upper right-hand corner of your screen now to pick your favorite city in the Philippines, or click on How to Live for 14 Years Without a Visa for all the details on that over here. And make sure to subscribe if these topics interest you. This is what I've been doing since leaving the US.